It's 1 p.m. and I'm leaving the KOA. So couple things. So first off, I got my new sleeping pad. So this is a Nemo Switchback. I got no excuses now. I can't blame it on the bed. I've been talking a big game saying that the other one just wasn't cutting it. And now I've got a new pad. It's kind of one of two that everyone who uses a pad is using. So I'm really psyched to try it out. The second thing is that my watch is dead. The problem with the watch, this is the second watch. Both of my watches have had the same exact issue, which is that the charging cable is like wiggly and finicky, and it needs to be exactly just so, or else it's not going to take a charge. And every single time you try to charge it, you have to sit there with the watch in your hand, wiggling the cable until it's like, bzz, and it, and it starts taking a charge. The problem is now is that the watch is completely dead, and I can't get it to take a charge. The thing, that's really kind of gutting me is that, I want to make, like, I'm taking GPS traces of all of my journey, right? And I have almost complete, I always forget to start it in the morning, but like, you know what I mean? I've got like a complete library of all my hikes. I'm gonna check out if there's a lightweight way to use Strava from my phone, but my sense is that that's gonna crush my battery. I'm going to the 5th season, which is like the hiking store here, and doing a sock exchange. So I'm gonna exchange my socks. I need to get a new fuel canister. Shasta might have been one of my favorite towns on trail so far. This town has like wild pink orchids and like ripe blackberries growing on the side of like every street. The people here are so trippy. Just got out of the fifth season. New socks. I don't know how I was sleeping on new sock upgrades for so long, but it feels amazing. Okay, now we're going to the, I think it's called the Black Bear Diner. Like all of the conversations I had, like every single conversation that I had with people in Mount Shasta was like really on like a spiritual sort of tilt, right? At the end of Ecstatic Dance, like we all got around and did like a big, like there was like a lot of chanting. It was like Om, it was like that after yoga vibe, except pretty intense because there were a lot of people there. And pretty loud because it was sort of like a late night DJ set vibe and people were into it. But then they went around for community announcements, and like, what are the community announcements? Like some dude got up and started telling us like, the Hale-Bopp comet is like traveling as exactly as fast as the sun, and it was a unique vibrational moment and all this stuff. This guy's going on and on. And even like the leader of the group kind of had to be like, okay, thank you. Yep, we got it. If anyone needs more info, they can talk to you. But, I met someone who like lives in a camper van that's like decorated like mermaids, like people are doing it different here. There's a lot of free thinkers. And all of the conversations I had with people, every single person is talking about being open to receiving new connections and new experiences. People are talking about, how your perception of life and what's important changes, when you're doing like a big adventure like the PCT, how it can like alter your perception of reality, and just all these really like trippy conversations, but so cool and so interesting. And so I'm leaving Shasta, feeling good. I'm looking to keep adding to the experiences and keep trying to hang out with new and different people. Yeah, Ecstatic Dance was cool as shit. Like, so Shyla Ray Sunshine, okay? So I keep saying she's like a DJ, whatever. This is a really talented person. So she was DJing. She also, I think, like, she was definitely singing. I think she played the trumpet. She played like several different musical instruments during this. It was really cool. And it was a place where I could come right after just beating myself up all day and all week on trail. And I could stretch out, I could dance, I could move my body. I felt awesome. Like we were doing these Om vibes, and I did like Shavasana at the end, just like lying down and like on my back, then like happy baby pose, and I just soaked in the vibes, and my body felt good. It was great. It was like the best thing for my body. It was like basically for me, it was like going to like a light yoga class, and everyone was, you know, super accepting. I mean, I looked like I'd rolled around in the dirt for like the last 5 days, which is basically what I've done. And people couldn't have been more cool. So I really enjoyed that. Okay, we got another train coming. We can get across this pretty easy. Okay. Yeah, these trains can be like 20 minutes long. Hey, man. Yeah, that guy gave me the big honk. Actually, now, like, I'm not going to be able to get a hitchhike. Those are all the people that are going to pick me up on the other side of that train. They're going to be annoyed because they just waited 20 minutes for a train. And they're not going to want to pick up somebody. I'm here in the town of Mount Shasta, throwing up my thumb. That's the I-5. Oh, it's a little ways down there. I-5 is, that's the sign for the I-5. Or I-5 or the 5, or I don't know. Interstate 5, that's where I'm going. And I'm trying to hitch. It is 5 o'clock and I'm back on trail. Super late getting back on trail, but that's okay. The tent site that I see is like 5.9 miles away. The East Fork of Sulphur Creek. There's a tent site there. It's about 5.9 miles. You know, we'll be there in under 2 hours. Okay, it's about 6:30. I'm like a little bit of 4 miles in. I just came around this corner and was revealed to me, Castle Crags. This is an unreal rock formation. It is literally towering over me right now. And it's really hot, but there's this huge, like, epic valley that just, that we just like popped out of the forest. And we see all of these mountains and then Castle Crags like right over top of us. Yeah, this is a really cool, it's always amazing when the PCT goes from like Interstate 5, like, and then 4 miles later, you're in like stuff like this. Yeah, it's amazing. Really cool to be back on trail this evening. And just a gorgeous evening. A little after 7 o'clock and I'm about 6.3 miles into my hike. I'm done. Real easy first day today, but like some really big payoff views with that Castle Crags. I'm right now about, I think, 92 miles from Etna, which is my next destination. Yeah, so the, I don't know, can you see it? You can maybe just see like a little bit of orange there. So that's the new mattress pad. I'm gonna try it out tonight. I'm really hopeful that it's gonna work and then it's gonna be better than that other red pad. I'm optimistic. I love how fast it deploys. So